It's Week 8 of the NFL, where we'll see this team's leader at quarterback. He comes in 4th in the league in passing this year. We're just moments away from the action, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate, Scott, Brock Hewer here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking a sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt. Yeah. These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material.
Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. Fielded at the 7. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And we'll get a look at the guy calling the shots, their 5th-year quarterback.
A win is a win for him. Whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
That's complete right side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll get 31 yards on the play, and that gives them the first.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they bring him down at the 25-yard line after surrendering some good yardage. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. 2nd and 3 now. They give it to him again. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first. From the red zone now. From the pocket, look. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
So here's their offense now to take over for the first time. And bringing them out now, a quarterback who really knows how to make something exciting happen.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates. Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. Back to throw. Connects on the crosser. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Finds him over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Now a give running right. Down the sideline to the 45. Down the sideline into the red zone. He does it. Touchdown. These guys start the game off right with a 6-0 lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That one right down the middle. And these guys will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. Has this at the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The home teams and their running back about to get back to work. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Throwing now on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. He'll throw it. Throw takes him to the sideline, but he gets both feet in with the catch. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll be a first down. The running back gets it on the draw. And he's brought down for a loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Short pass brought in. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Back now. Pressure on its way. Hits his running back. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They're now set for 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. And oh, he drops it. He had all the space in the world. Brock, he got behind the defense, and he just looked away before he brought it in. A big missed opportunity. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Back to the well again. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. Back-to-back carries here. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. He couldn't get anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Another carry for him. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. He gets a chunk of 4 yards, leaving them just a yard from the end zone. 3rd and goal. Here's a give straight up the middle. And he's in for the touchdown. These guys reach pay dirt for the first time this game. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
That one splits the uprights. And his guys tie this game 7-7. They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Completed over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 2nd down now, 7 to go. There's a handoff up the gut. And he's tackled for a short gain. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. They kick the running back in motion. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. That'll be the end of one in this AFC North battle. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return with more NFL action right after this. So out now comes the punter. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
From midfield now. We've got a screen to the running back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And this is headed to the sideline, and it'll bounce out at the 7. Wow, great kick. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And midway through the season, you can see he's pacing the NFL running backs and receiving touchdowns. A real versatile player for them on offense. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. He'll look to throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. They'll try and throw it here. He's got it over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. Watch this one, deep downfield. Caught at the 20-yard line. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kay, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. 9 yards on that play, and they're just a yard out now on 2nd and goal. Throwing on 2nd and 1. And that's caught in the end zone for the touchdown. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
PAT effort coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys break that tie and now lead by 7.
Our home team, 7.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. They'll throw to begin this drive. Stiff arm success.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7. It's complete to Turner. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They have themselves another 1st and 10. He's going to throw this one. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it's 2nd down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll give him a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on 1st. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. Scooped up by the defense. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Throwing now, following the turnover. Stays upright. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Complete out to the right side. Decent gain here, but short of the 1st. 3rd and just 2 to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
So much to the chagrin of this crowd, that challenge flag is out, and they want to take another look.
Under review.
Well, we all know there can be so little room for error spotting the football, and that's what's being reviewed right here. Did they get this right?
And I know both sidelines are furiously pleading their cases about what their eyes see. But fortunately, the eye in the sky and the replays will give us a clear answer.
So upon further review, they get a more favorable spot, and that's enough to give them the first down. Motioning the tight end now. First down, and they go right back to him. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Running it now out of the gun. Oh, he drops a cut to the right. And that is a touchdown. These guys capitalize on the fumble with 6. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And his guys double their lead to 14. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They go play action here. He puts some power on a deep one left. He drops it. Oh, a huge gain in hand, but he couldn't finish the catch. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Pass play now. That one's complete, right side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Pass play coming here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it's going to be 4th and short. Their punter making his way out now. And this is the 2nd time he's been brought on to kick it. And the fair catch made here at the 15. The visitors returning their offense and this running back to the field. And I'd say the ROI on his early touches have made him a pretty good investment for first half work. He's gotten off to a great start here. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Now we have our 2-minute warning. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They motion the slot man right. 2nd and 4. Into a crowd and intercepted. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
What you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. That one complete to Turner. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
From the 27. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. All set up now for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Caught near the goal line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. He gets another shot here. And this time he gets it done. Touchdown! These guys make them pay for turning it over. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
That one splits the uprights. And these guys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The visitors and this running back headed back out for a new series. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Has him on the quick hitter. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. They go play action on 1st. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They send him left out of the slot. Here we go, 2nd and 9. He lobs it up, looking deep to the... This is caught inside the 15. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
A final throw before the break. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Big gain downfield. He'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So we're at halftime with one side enjoying a pretty decent 10-point advantage. Now we'll toss things to Jonathan Coachman in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got?
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the home side who have the...
We'll catch up with the rest of the league later on. We're right through halftime and on to the start of the third quarter. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. This offense headed out as we get a look at their running back. And I think we can agree the plan to keep him out of the end zone, it hasn't quite worked so well for this defense, at least not yet. He scored twice, really been the one his group can turn to for a spark or a big play when they've needed it. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing it to start this drive. Escapes the pocket. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. They'll run the counter. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
That's why these coaches get paid, Kate, what they get paid. You got to make adjustments. That's a different look at defense than the one we saw in the first half. And you got to keep fighting, keep scratching, keep clawing, because that effort is going to be key here the rest of the way.
On now comes their punter. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. The punt's away, and this one looking good. Angled this one for the sideline. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
He's running for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And they're going to have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They'll run here on 1st down. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They give it to him again. Cuts it to the right sideline. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And they'll have first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes off.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give him a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Back to throw now. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They are throwing it again. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing it again here. Has it in close. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Looking for a throw here. He's got it. And in for the touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talked about, Brock, that courage that kept the chant for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
They'll set up here for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. This offense running out for a new series led by their running back. And what we saw in the first half wasn't an anomaly, partner. They've kept throwing it to him as we work throughout the rest of this game, and the results have been just as good. To the air now on 1st and 10. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things. Separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Throwing now from the gun. He's got it over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. They're set up at the 35 now. On first down, they'll run. In the middle holes, they don't get anything on the run. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. This is the end of the third quarter. It's just a field goal game right now as we get set for our final quarter. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Dropping back to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll throw it. Hits him on the out route. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. That one gains 7. And that'll give him a first down. Handoff now out of the gun. And he may have just reached the edge of the red zone before going down. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Back-to-back carries here. And in a rarity today, he stopped at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back runs yielding just 2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 8. Here's a throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond a field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it. Or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Some pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Another carry for him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
They'll send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it's going to be their football coming up. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives them the first. Throwing from the gun here. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
And they make the stop, we're going to say about the 37-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 37. Catch is made down the right sideline. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. The screen pass falls incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Has it in close. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Back to throw it. Catch is made in close. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it. It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Their offense running back out now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Looking to the air here. Completed over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Offense in the hurry up here. He's throwing deep to the left side. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. It's complete to Turner. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. This one intended for the running back. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Now they'll throw out of the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 2nd and 6 now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up third down. Here he is to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So they're left facing a fourth down. Looking to throw it. Brought in by Turner. And he works this to the 38 before going down. And that might do it for him, Brock. Doesn't reach the marker as they turn it over on downs here in the fourth.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in four-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
New set of downs for him at the 38. Give now to the running back. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Back to the well again. And this one doesn't go far. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Blown back, it's the handoff. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. Punt team on the field. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. So no return on that punt. And they're going to be backed up deep in their own territory to begin this one. They're out and set. 1st and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Short pass brought in. And he's up across the 20 before going out of bounds.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running. Trying again, following the sack. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And as we play in October, they have kept their perfect start to the season going. To the point, Brock, I think you could argue they might be the league's best team in the front half of this campaign. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. This celebration begins for our winners as we say thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.
Walmart Plus. It's Walmart Plus. Paramount Plus subscription. Stream shows with lots of seasons and episodes. Plus, staying up lots of hours back in Texas. Because you can't sleep. It's Walmart Plus. It's a good stuff. So it's a lot of fun little sketchy.
Plans, throwing stuff around. The passion's there, but some of the technical elements of it. It's the Red Bull Footbox race, baby. Hosted by us. I'm Mike Ragland. I'm Dylan Archer. It's going to be a wild ride.
Red Bull's Footbox race. New Tuesdays at 9. See it first on Discovery and stream next day on Max.
GT and NASCAR go hand in hand. And I like to say an old friend,
TNT will feature 5 distinctive tracks and headlines. Carlos Street
TNT is going all in. I can't wait to get this going.
Boston, second round coverage on TNT, presented by Sky. With the 10th final for the Celtics, time to fight for victory, presented by Liddell.
About a team that understands how to play in clutch time, as if that was the whole point. They were down 20. And now it's still 20 for the game. Well, that's a good thing. Singers has been for the first time in Boston. The ground is to get down by violation of Boston. Got stuck. Got the defense there for the Knicks.
It'll be interesting just watching Porzingis. You hear so much about this illness that he has, and now being able to hold his stand right. The Spurs can be project here in this first quarter.
Just the line is in. And Robinson's team is ready to go. Works from the bench. Gets up the other one. And he's got Robinson out the bottom.
This would be a try. There's no real protection.
Gets a step back.